So I think we can score one for astrology precision on account of yesterday's Jupiter entry into Pisces midday, almost precisely concurrent with the CDC announcement and Joe Biden's statement that it was now okay for vaccinated people to be outside or inside without masks and without using social distance. I think this is really great. However, we have to remember that in part it's because the Jupiter in Pisces is very favorable for the US, a Cancer country, which means you get a trine effect. The same isn't true throughout the world. And so, for example, a place like India, where they're suffering mightily, this Jupiter in Pisces can't be said to be nearly as helpful. You could also add that Jupiter will be returning to Aquarius from August until the end of the year. And if we further add the fact that Pluto will make its final square to Eris this fall, then you could really say that the next phase of the pandemic end is likely to be the beginning of 2022. That said, this is still a great moment for the US, though to be honest, great is probably too strong a word. I think the entry of Jupiter into Pisces is more of a good moment. Great would have been the case if we didn't have so many knucklehead Republicans who refused to practice common sense measures like social distancing and wearing masks, as a result of which our numbers have been incredibly high and continue to be high. We're still getting tens of thousands of infections per day. It would also be immensely helpful if our former president would go on TV and state unequivocally that since he got COVID in the fall and still got vaccinated in January, it must be a pretty serious thing. And he could repeat it over and over instead of repeating the garbage that keeps constantly coming out of his mouth. But the odds of that are very low. They're about as likely as, I don't know, pigs flying. Not going to happen. So we have to take the good moment as it is, celebrate it, and hope for things to get better as the year unfolds.